Championship weekend. We are here. It is a holiday edition. I hope you all are enjoying that Christmas Eve, getting everything going. As you can see, both myself, I can talk, and SC have our holiday edition sweaters on. I would pop the lights, but it does mess up, so I cannot do that, unfortunately. SC, how are you doing, man? How's all your championship aspirations looking, and how's the holiday going for you?
Good, man. Good. Merry Christmas to everyone watching. It's been wild ride, right? If you're in fantasy football, but if you got here, you got here. My hashtag play winning football. Shout out the Oregon Ducks. They're in the Rose Bowl against Ohio State. But Dan Lanning been saying, it's all about playing winning football. So I'm saying that because it doesn't matter if you guys put up 1 point, 2 points. If you get the win by point one, doesn't matter. You get the win, you're the champion. So anyone in the championship, good luck. Enjoy the ride, enjoy the championship, hopefully the fantasy gods are on your side this week. But it should be a fun week. There's a lot of injuries that happen, and we'll talk about some of the waivers, and then just some good matchups though for some juicy players that if you have them, hopefully they ride you all the way to the ship as they have been in the playoffs. So.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, right? Like you get into these matchups and you'll see like teams, these two really high scoring teams go against each other in the semis. Mm-hmm. One of them loses. So I get to the kind of thing of our process. Like I'd almost rather do like a round robin style where you have just like the top scoring teams advance in playoffs to kind of make it a little bit more interesting. But I know everyone loves the head to head. Like you love playing against one individual team. I heard some fun, interesting, but like my brain kind of goes that way with those. Oh, I love the name. Yes, sir. We are here, Hugh Blow. Thanks for joining us.
There you go.
Enjoying that holiday. I hope. We're here. We got a few teams in there. Yeah, I was lucky enough to get in the top 50 in Scott Fish Bowl, so it's 1 week winner take all in the top 50. So that's pretty exciting. Overall, I'm not sure how many teams I have in the title game. I think I have like between 6 or 8-ish, give or take. I'm not sure. So should be a decent week. A couple of them are high money leagues, a couple are not. So it should be fun overall. Nice. So I'm excited to see how this week goes because we have games basically starting tomorrow through every day. I think what is it? Friday's the only day we don't technically have a game, but it's Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So it's nonstop football, and then on top of it, to your point, we have college football and all that fun stuff going on. Like it's just so much football this week. So for those of you that love football, you're here. Obviously, you do, and you love the holiday season. This is a win-win for everybody. So I think, with all of that said, shall we jump into these waivers? What do you think? You ready to rock and roll on these guys?
Yeah, let's go. I'm sorry, I just forgot. I'm in the guillotine league, so I need to drop all the guys' players. So I'm going to do that right now. Let's get into the waivers here. Guillotine leagues are fun because that is the top scorers advance. You talked about the round robin. Guillotine is, each week the bottom scorer is out. Like you just cut all their players, and it's open to the waivers for anyone to grab. So ultimately, the last two people in have a built roster, like just stud on stud on stud. But yeah, I'm just dropping all the people, so we're good though. Let's get into the waivers.
It's like it's not even close, right? I think for guillotine is one of my favorite because of that format. Like you can just continue to survive in advance. That's all it is. You don't have to win. You only have to win the last week. You just have to be not last. Survive in advance each and every week, and you can. So I'll say this for one quick second. In my guillotine league, the one I did the FFU guillotine league, it's me and one other person. And I had a ton of money at the end because I purposely just kind of forgot about bidding halfway through. And I had 5 times as much money as everybody else. Nice. So I would just purposely just outbid everyone along the way because I had all the money. So you could do that. It's just you have to survive though, right? So that's the hard part. You don't want to get booted in week 4 because you're being hoarding that money. So you have to find the middle ground. Exactly. Paul Charcherin over at Fantasy Life, he does a great job with guillotine leagues. Everybody wants to follow. He's probably my favorite guillotine league person because he specializes in that content. So you want to go check it out, Fantasy. Could not recommend. Let's kind of go to quarterbacks real quick and talk about those guys. I think there are some good names to target on this list. I mean, we kind of have the names that we've been preaching for forever with the Drake Mays of the world who's still available. You could go a couple of these other guys and do that. For me personally, I like a few of the names outside of that. Besides Drake May, Bryce Young's an interesting name. We could talk about kind of Michael Penix. We could go Mason Rudolph. Is there anyone out let me ask you this. Do you like those names? If you don't, is there anyone outside of those 4 names that you would target the quarterback position?
I do like the Laves. Probably the highest one on my list is probably Mason Rudolph, just because he's that veteran. It's a good matchup against Jacksonville. He's not afraid to throw it. He threw 2 touchdowns for 3 interceptions. He's not afraid, man. He has the mindset already. Hey, if I throw an interception, I just need to go back out there and do it again, right? Not throw an interception again, just go out there and hey, it happened, whatever, right? So those are the veteran type of quarterbacks where you see sometimes in some rookies, they throw it, they get pissed, they throw a tantrum, whatever it may be, and then it just kind of ruins the game from there. Bryce Young has been balling, has a great matchup against Tampa Bay as well. So I do love that. Again, the question is who you're dropping here for him, and who's your quarterback. Maybe if it was, maybe you had Kirk Cousins, right? But you had, I don't know, can't think of just someone that was a bottom tier quarterback this past week. You had someone that got you through. Stafford. Maybe you had Stafford.
Yeah.
Now you're worried about it, right? So yeah, that's a great one. Bryce Young and Mason Rudolph. I might be playing against over Stafford. Thinking about it.
Yeah, like I think we kind of talk about those guys a little bit. Like if you have Russell Wilson going against Kansas City, I don't want to play that. May's got a tough matchup against the Chargers. If you could talk yourself into Penix against Washington. I think that gets solid. But yeah, if I'm going in this tier and if like Bryce Young's available, I'll just play him against Tampa Bay because that Tampa Bay defense is not good. I know they had a really good game a couple weeks against the Chargers. That's an outlier scenario. Like you saw against Dallas, like they got pretty carved up and they lost that game. Bryce Young's really he seems like he's a legit NFL quality quarterback now. Like after the bye, like he took time off, came back. I think he's a really good option. So in this tier, I would have to do Bryce Young. If I'm desperate when you're doing the Stafford or you're going down this list, you're looking at you have Cooper Rush going against Philadelphia. I don't want to do that. We talked about streaming Mac Jones. He's the other guy. They're playing Tennessee. I think you could stream Mac Jones again, but what's the ceiling case for Mac Jones? I don't see much of a ceiling with him. That's kind of the problem. So I think he's more of a floor play. So I would personally shoot my shot with Bryce Young and go for that.
I think.
How would you kind of rank those guys?
Yeah, I think Rudolph is my top one. Then Bryce, where we're talking about waiver ads. Looking at some people that might be here, I do like Penix as well.
Mm-hmm.
Cooper Rush, man, he's been getting us there, but I'm probably got to bench him this week against Philly, so that's been hard. And I don't want to start Mac Jones. Yeah, so I think for me, if you're looking at top waivers that I can see, would be Mason Rudolph as well, Bryce Young, and then Michael Penix there. Drake May, if he's available, it's just a tough matchup. Yeah, it's an interesting matchup, but I like the receivers of the other guys a lot more than I like Drake May's. I'm counting on Drake May to get a rushing touchdown as well.
Yeah, I think if you're looking for the scrambling ability, Bryce Young had a little bit of that last week, so we'll see if that's stickier or not. But yeah, with the Drake Mays of the world, or maybe there's an Anthony Richardson available, which I doubt it, but he's at 60%. So you can do the Anthony Richardson, Caleb, the Genos, the Russell Wilsons. I don't want to play Russell against Kansas City. I'm going to go elsewhere. So I think for me personally, it's Drake May if he's available or Bryce Young. I trust him more than I trust Mason Rudolph. That's always a problem with these backup quarterbacks, and that's what we're worried. I think the floor is a little bit lower. So, with that juice, they both have good matchups this week. So it really depends on what you prefer. I think they're both really good for you to go either way. This is actually a good question. Would you play? Thanks for joining us, Miguel. Yep. Would you play Mahomes or Anthony Richardson this week? Because they're going to be close in rankings. Anthony Richardson did the rushing last week. He did not pass at all. So there was very minimal. They had a good game script. They ran out. So would you go Mahomes against Pittsburgh, or are you going to roll out Anthony Richardson and just shoot your ceiling shot against the New York Giants, because the Giants defense is not good. I think you know which way I'm leaning, but where you go between these two?
I think you have to go Mahomes, man, just because the volume. He's going to pass the rock. AR, you are banking on the running, which he'll do it in this matchup. But then they also have Jonathan Taylor. It would be different if Taylor wasn't there, because he's all right, AR's getting everything. Taylor had 3 touchdowns himself last week, and I expect them to run it through him again, to just feast on him. And that scares me. If AR had 18 pass attempts, that's good. I'm like, okay, they want him to get it right. 25 would have been phenomenal, but I'll take 18. Yes. He had 11.
Yes.
I just don't like those odds. If shit hits the fan and the Giants come out and they, have 7 in the box all the time and they're just not allowed AR to run, I don't expect AR to throw 30 times and get 24, 25 completions. So that scares me. Your safe bet is obviously Mahomes. Your ceiling's AR, but I'm going to go Mahomes here.
Yeah, I think Mahomes is the safer option. And to your point, it's going to be one of the lower scoring games because the Giants are involved. You could see this kind of what Indianapolis did last week. Obviously, they scored a ton of points in that game because they had breakaway runs and those things. Make sure Taylor was just going berserk. But you could see a game script where the Giants struggle to score offensively, which is what they've been doing the past month. Right. And they just kind of sit on the ball, and that goes. With the matchup for Mahomes, it's not a great matchup. I'm not excited to play him against Pittsburgh. But over the last 5 games, here's his fantasy points in half PPR: 34, 18, 16, 19, and 25. He's been pretty good since he's come on the second half. Now he has Worthy, he's got Hollywood Brown, he's got Kelsey, he has all those guys available. Right. I think he's a safer floor. If you want to shoot the ceiling shot with Richardson, 100%, I'm with you. I will always chase the ceiling shot. So if you believe in the ceiling of Anthony Richardson this week, because he had 9 carries last week, he's gonna have double-digit carries. That Giants team is bad, so he could get 2 of those like goal line touchdowns. They can shift to him, and he could put up a monster game for you. I just think Mahomes is safer if I want to shoot the ceiling shot. So I'll say if you're going up against a heavy favorite, go play Anthony Richardson. If you have if you think it's gonna be a close game, I think Mahomes is the way to go between those 2 of them.
Right.
Jamie's got a question. Would you do Mahomes or Caleb? Because Caleb's been good. Like he played Detroit last week, and it was pretty good for him. It's basically his best game of the year. He has Seattle. Seattle's defense has been kind of up or down. I think I'm going Mahomes over that. Yeah, like I'll have Mahomes ranked over Caleb. I do like Caleb this week though. Where do you sit on those 2?
I think you would go Caleb. We were just talking about AR at the ceiling. The thing is, we know Caleb's going to pass it. Against Seattle, as you mentioned, up and down, but it is in Chicago, so that's a benefit. And I think Caleb, these last 2 weeks, he has a lot to prove. Mahomes, he's going to go out there and he can score and help to win the game. But Caleb needs to prove a lot these last 2 weeks, especially when you have Bo Nix, Drake May, Jaden Daniels all balling right now. Penix coming in looking decent, so I think he has to go out there and ball out. So this could be a very strong game for them at home against Seattle. So I go Caleb here.
You know what's interesting? I look at Mahomes' stats. Since week 8, he's only gone under 37 pass attempts once, and that was 33 pass attempts. He's actually been throwing it a lot in this offense. Yeah. Like there's 38, 44, 42, 33, 37, 46, 37, 38, 41. So Mahomes is basically pushing 35, 40 pass attempts a week. I like it. Obviously, if you're in a 2-week matchup and you're going against Denver the week after that, I don't feel great about that with Pittsburgh. So, yeah, It's kind of similar with these 2. If you want the ceiling shot, you can chase Caleb. I just think we're kind of getting the Mahomes that we hoped we were getting, and it's like kind of coming true. So I think I personally would just go Mahomes and just be okay with that. Probably wrap up our waiver show. We're pushing 40 minutes here. It was a solid show. If you guys have questions about, I know we're going to release rankings by tomorrow. Like we'll have them out. We're going to do a show on Thursday though, where we do our rankings show. So if you guys have questions, reach out on social media. We'll have to answer them. If you want to go to the website, we'll have our rankings listed for the upcoming games this week. So if you guys need rankings for that, do that. Outside of that, enjoy your holiday. Like this is what it's all about. Relax, enjoy your family with friends, have a good time. Spend it, enjoy these next few days, and enjoy some football while you're at it because there's a ton of football going on. There's a lot of fun time. So this time of year is a lot of fun. So just enjoy it. This is the Week 17 waiver wire, man. Go get that championship. Anything else you want to say, Essie?
Happy holidays from us at the FFU. Enjoy it, and best of luck. Let us know, next week if y'all end up winning. We hope all of y'all do.
Yes, that's what it's all about. Hopefully we get you guys a championship because that's what it's all about at the end, baby. It's the reward system. So, all right, take care, folks. We'll happy holidays. We'll see you later.